So as you can see, they won't even consider you for a scholarship if you don't take the GRE. This is important information, guys. Hey guys, welcome to another video, and today we're going to be talking about the universities which are going to be penalizing you for not taking the GRE. If you haven't taken the GRE, they will probably not give you scholarships, they will not give you an admit, right? All of these things will come in, certainly. Now, the important part over here is, are all the universities like that, or are all of them penalizing you, or should you still take the GRE? Now, it depends. The answer to that question is it depends. But before we move on and answer that question in reality, and I give you my advice, let me actually show you a couple of universities. We have about 40 universities over here, by the way, on this page, which are waiving off the GRE, verified information, which you can just go ahead and you can click the learn more links, and you can officially verify that from the university's page link, right? So it's basically right over here in front of you. Now, when we made this, we basically thought of we'll keep adding. Now, we haven't been able to do that in the last couple of weeks, but we will definitely be adding more this week. Right now it's 40 universities. We're hoping to make it 50 by the end of this week. All right, now the important part over here is some universities will simply not be okay with you not taking the GRE. Right now, for instance, over here, if you take a look at the UT Dallas MS programs, and in general, I was looking at the MIS program, but I think this is in general for the MS programs. They have mentioned that GRE or GMAT waivers will be considered for these terms, all right, when an applicant has submitted all the documents minus a GRE score. This is due to COVID-19, of course, and the admissions committee will consider previous work experience as an applicant's verbal and quantitative skill based on prior academic information, right? All of these things are fine. But now comes the important part. They say those candidates wanting to apply or to be considered for the Dean's Excellence Scholarship must submit a GRE or GMAT score. What that means is, if you want to be considered for the I think Dean's Excellence Scholarship over here, they won't be considering you if you haven't taken the GRE, right? So these things are certainly present somewhere along the lines, behind the curtains. Some people simply just support the GRE and they want you to take it regardless. Okay, let me give you another example over here. This was UT Dallas again. Let me show you this one over here. This is University of Oregon, and what have they mentioned over here regarding the GRE? All right, let me actually search for waived. All right, now I think I'm just gonna have to search for GRE. And over here you can see for fall 22, GRE is not required but strongly encouraged. For students who cannot submit a GRE score, we will look for equivalent evidence of quantitative, verbal, and analytical skills. We recommend including a description of supporting evidence in your statement of purpose. So in general, again, they're also saying it's highly recommended that you submit it. Otherwise, prove to us that you are capable enough, and you have the same ability as everyone else who's taking the GRE, right? So basically, again, that's an important part of the process. They have written on their website directly, so you can see that they are, blindly supporting the process. Even though they are not mandating it, it's not required, but it's kind of preferred that you submit it, right? So basically they are going to be penalizing you. The next thing over here, this is Michigan State University, and you can see over here the GRE test is highly recommended but not required. Again, when they say something like this, it means, and it clearly means, again, they don't have to say more than that, it clearly means that they're going to be penalizing you. If you don't submit a score, well, you're bad luck. Someone else who has the same application as you, similar credentials, and they have taken the GRE, even though their score may not be great, they will get basically the admit, right? Or the scholarship, whatever it is. So it's important that you understand all of these things. Now, this is not true in all the cases, but again, in Yale's case also, you can see over here, they've said either it is required, it's optional, or not accepted. So it should be not accepted for your program if you're not applying with the GRE. If it's optional, I think you should still submit it. Okay, it is an important part of the process, like I said. Now you can take a look at the Duke website also. Again, they have also said, we are basically waiving it off. It's optional. Again, but when it says it's optional, it is still recommended that you submit it in most cases, unless and until the university writes on their page something like UCLA has done. Actually, we can see over here by clicking the learn more link, you will see that they are basically not giving you any advantage by taking the GRE. Look, right over here, they're saying students who wish to apply to a graduate program are not required to take the GRE or submit a GRE score report. However, students may voluntarily submit GRE scores and they will be reviewed. And again, the important part over here, the applications with GRE scores will not be given greater weightage than those that include the scores. Again, something like this, if they've written something like this, right? Hey, it's optional, you can submit it, but you will not be given any preference on the basis of the GRE. That's the thing you're looking for. If you see something like this, that's really how you know that, okay, it's probably okay to not submit a GRE score over here, right? So again, just circling back and summarizing everything, you really need to do your research and understand, all right, which of these universities. Now, most of these universities will basically be like UCLA, the ones that we have included over here. We've tried to include as many as basically the ones which don't care about the GRE, right? But some universities still do care about it, and that's why I had to make this video and tell you the reality, what's going on behind the curtains. And again, the UTD example was actually one of the very pertinent ones, that they're not considering you for the scholarship, you haven't taken the test, right? So make sure to protect yourself with that. And also, if your profile has 10 backlogs, or it's basically low GPA, or if you have no research work, etc., etc., it's still recommended that you go ahead and take the GRE. If you're going for MS programs, and for MBA programs, if you have less work experience, it's recommended that you go for the GMAT or the GRE in that case also. All right, so make sure to note all of these. Again, a lot of information like this is present on our Instagram page. We can't really make a video for every single thing. Like, this was actually substantial, so I made it. But small things, we basically do a post or a reel, right? So go ahead, make sure to check it out. And apart from that, the link to this blog will be underneath the video. You can go ahead, check this out as well. Thank you so much for joining in today. I hope to see you in the next one. Goodbye and take care.